Hey, what's up winners? Naam here. So today I'll be reviewing USAA credit cards from best to worst. If you're not familiar with USAA, it is a bank that specializes in banking for active military, reservists, veterans, and their families. So if you don't have any relationship with the military, you won't have access to this bank. This bank is one of the larger banks that's specifically targeted towards military personnel. As a disclaimer, I do bank with USAA, but I don't mind bashing their cards if they suck. So USAA offers 7 different types of credit cards. Each one of them has their own pros and cons. I'll be ranking which credit cards that are the best when applying. I'm not gonna lie, this was challenging to come up with this list because the difference between most of them is pretty minimal. Your spending habits will be a big determining factor in which one is best for you. Just keep in mind that this is for people who have average or better credit. They are in the works of developing a secure credit card, which is for those who are trying to build or repair their credit. So before I get into the nitty gritty of each credit card, I'll explain what is included with all USAA credit cards. With all USAA credit cards, they include auto rental collision damage waiver, which is a fancy way of saying car rental insurance. So when you're at the car rental counter, just refuse to purchase the car rental insurance. When I was reading through the fine print, I didn't see any maximum coverage amount, which is fairly common amongst credit cards, but it do exclude vehicles like antiques, exotics, or high value cars. Even if you decide to rent a Lexus, BMW, or Mercedes-Benz, just make sure to call the benefits administrator just to make sure that specific vehicle is covered because some cars from these makers are excluded. But if you're renting just a regular economic vehicle, you shouldn't really have to worry about not being covered under this protection. Just a reminder, just make sure that the name that's listed is the primary renter on the contract. Another benefit that USA includes is trip cancellation and interruption protection. So with this benefit, they cover you up to $1,500 per covered person for any non-refundable prepaid fare. Just remember that it has to be purchased with this credit card. And if you do decide to cancel your trip, it must be due to a covered reason such as illness or an accident to you or another family member that prevents you from traveling, or also if there's any changes to your military orders. So next up, we have travel accident insurance. So whenever you purchase a travel ticket with USAA credit cards, you're eligible to receive coverage for a loss or a limb. They can provide you up to $500,000 depending on the loss. So this coverage applies to any type of ground transportation, air travel, ship, or train. USAA also includes baggage delay reimbursements. So in the case of your checked baggage is delayed, you can get reimbursed up to $100 a day, up to 3 days. You can get essentials such as clothing or toiletries while you're waiting for your bag to arrive. So to be eligible for this reimbursement, you have to make sure to report you have a delayed bag because that's when your time will start. So after 4 or more hours of your bag being delayed, that's when this benefit will kick in. They also offer extended warranty protection. So with this type of protection, they give you an extension on the warranty. So just keep in mind that this type of coverage will only extend the original manufacturer's warranty that are 3 years or less. So whenever you purchase any type of item that carries a manufacturer's warranty, you can always register by calling the benefits administrator or go through the online website to register the product. This will just help the process become much easier since they already have the item on file. There are some things that are not covered. Things like any type of vehicle of any sort like cars or aircrafts, any type of item that you try to resell or for commercial use, any type of item that you use for commercial related use, and any type of used or pre-owned items. So basically anything that's new that you buy from a store that offers a manufacturer's warranty, you're pretty much covered. With all USAA credit cards, they give you concierge services. So with this type of service, it's basically having an assistant where you can just ask questions. Like if you need advice on restaurants, gifts, travel arrangements, or any type of event tickets, you can reach out to them for assistance. I'm not really sure if anybody ever uses this service. I know I don't, because you could basically do everything yourself, like going on Yelp or just use Siri. But the option is out there if you want to use the service. So now we're going to be talking about the security features. These credit cards offer identity theft resolution services, meaning that if you're a victim of identity theft, they have a specialist that is able to help you out, like notifying credit bureaus, and they also help replace your card. They also have a specialist that could help you dispute inaccurate information due to fraud or unauthorized purchases. A nice little benefit that they have as well is personal identity theft reimbursement. So meaning for any type of covered expenses that you incur while trying to restore your identity after your identity was stolen, you can be reimbursed up to $1,000 for any expenses that may have caused you. So since now you know the common benefits between all USAA credit cards, now let's dig a little bit deeper into each credit card, ranking them from best to worst. So I must say that the Cashback Rewards Plus American Express is the best that USAA has to offer. And I'm not being biased just because I have this card, but there's a lot of great value that I forgot I even had. A fellow YouTuber that goes by the name of Jake Bro, I think it's Bro or Broy, he actually reminded me how good is this card. So the biggest selling point with this credit card will be the cashback reward system. So this credit card gives you 5% cash back on the first $3,000 spent on gas and military base purchases yearly. So meaning that if you were to spend the first $3,000 every year on a base exchange or on gas, you'll earn about $150 cash back yearly. This credit card also offers you 2% cash back on your first $3,000 in grocery purchases yearly. So in this case, if you were going to try to meet the maximum $3,000, you will earn an extra $60 yearly. And you also earn an unlimited 1% cash back on everything else. So for all the points that you earn, you can redeem them anytime as long as you have your account open. This credit card also has no annual fee, which makes it a pretty good card to build credit and to hold on for the long term. This credit card also doesn't have any foreign transaction fees, so it makes it a pretty easy card to travel along with, and if you're deployed and when you're in transit, it's easy to buy things without worrying about those expensive foreign transaction fees. Let's talk more about the rewards for a second. So to get the maximum reward earning potential, you gotta spend at least $6,000 per year on gas and in grocery purchases. So let's just say that you're a single active duty member that lives on base. It may be possible for you to spend at least $3,000 a year to get the maximum cash back on gas, depending on the type of car you drive and how often you drive. So for instance, if you drive a truck or a Camaro, it's going to be much easier if you're going to be driving a Prius. It's pretty great that they also include military-based purchases, so anything that you buy at the exchange or the commissary will also be included. If you do live on base, try to get as much stuff as you can there. So having to spend at least $250 a month between gas and on military-based stores is pretty doable rather than just relying on gas. This card will probably fall short for single active duty members that live on base because the majority of your meals will be coming from the chow hall, the galley, cafeteria, or whatever you guys call it. So spending $3,000 a year on groceries for a single person who lives on base may not be doable. But now let's say that you're either living off base or married. You're more likely to have more spending in the gas department, and also if you're living on base or off, you also get a monthly stipend for food, so you gotta spend money on food anyways, so that's where that 2% will kick in. But now let's say that you're a veteran who no longer has any affiliation with the military. Depending on your spending habits, I feel like spending $3,000 a year on gas and $3,000 on groceries is a pretty realistic number that you can hit. So since that you can get a return up to $210 cash back from hitting the maximum of each category, this is why I rank this card the best one to get out of all the USAA credit cards. I must say that if you are a big spender and this is the only card that you have, it is also wise to have another USAA card as a combination. Because with this card, after you hit the maximum for gas and military-based purchases, you will go back to 1% cash back on everything for the rest of the year. And the same goes for grocery purchases. So I would say start off with this card for your gas and military-based needs until you hit the first $3,000, then use other cards for the rest of the year for your purchases. USAA Rewards American Express card. This credit card coming at a close second. It was really hard for me to figure out if this card was number 1 or number 2 because the reward benefits are very similar to the Cash Rewards Plus Amex, but let me tell you about the benefits. I would say that the main difference with this credit card than the previous one is that this one gives you a sign-up bonus. This credit card will give you 2,500 bonus points after your first purchase, so as a cash value, it's worth about $25. I know $25 is nothing to be excited about, but hey, it's $25. So now let's talk about the reward system. This credit card offers 3 times the points on dining out, twice the points on gas and groceries, and 1 times the points on all other purchases. The way the reward system is structured is kind of similar to the previous credit card, but the main reason why I ranked it as number 2 is that if you were to spend the same amount to get the maximum cash back, you would get less rewards. So if you were to spend $6,000 on gas and groceries, you would earn about $120. And if you were to add the introductory 2,500 bonus points, you would get $145 within the first year. So even spending the same amount with this credit card compared to the Cashback Reward Plus, the Cashback Rewards Plus still comes out ahead. I would say that the main difference with this card compared to the previous card is that there's no limit on how much you can earn in a specific category. So the next credit card that we have is the USAA Rewards Visa Signature Card. With this card, you get 2 times the points on gas and dining out, and you also get 1 times the points on all other purchases. This card also gives you 2,500 bonus points after your first purchase, which is very similar to the USAA Rewards Amex. It is pretty self-explanatory why I ranked this one after the Rewards Amex. This credit card is almost as good as that card, but the other one gives you extra points for dining out. USAA Military Affiliate Amex. This credit card is almost identical to the USAA Rewards Visa Signature Card. With this card, you earn twice the points on gas and groceries. As you can see here, the main difference with the Rewards Visa is that this one, you earn 2 times the points on groceries, while the other one, you earn on dining out. And you also get 1 times the points on all other purchases. And with an added bonus, you get 2,500 bonus points after your first purchase, which is a value of $25. So next up, we have the Preferred Cash Rewards Visa Signature Card. This card is probably the simplest card out of all of them because this credit card offers 1.5% cash back on everything. So if you like the simplicity of earning rewards but not having to think about what card to use in each situation, this card is pretty much good for almost everything. This card kind of reminds me of the Citi Double Cashback card, but with that card, they give you 2% cash back on everything. 1.5% is not terrible, but there are much better options out there. So next up, we have the USAA Military Affiliate Visa Signature Card. This credit card, there's really nothing going special for this card. They do offer 1 times the points on every purchase. 1 time the points on everything is not even close to being great, but it's better than nothing. And you also get 2,500 bonus points after your first purchase. The 2,500 bonus points is a nice gesture, but it's just $25. Since the reward system and the sign-up bonus is whatever, this is why I rank this card lower. I must say that the worst card on the list is going to be the USAA Rate Advantage Visa Platinum Card. The main reason why I say this is the worst is that it offers no sort of reward system, and the only thing that they offer and they advertise as a selling point is that they have the lowest APR of all the cards. This card is even worse than the Navy Federal Platinum Card. With that card, they give you also 0 rewards, but they did offer you 0 APR for the first year. This credit card doesn't even do that, so unless you're trying to get a credit card with the lowest interest rate, you're doing it all wrong. You shouldn't be having a balance on your credit card at all, and you should be paying them in full every single month. The USAA Trifecta. This is the combination of USAA credit cards that I would recommend. 1. USAA Cashback Rewards plus Amex. 2. USAA Rewards Amex. And 3. USAA Preferred Cash Rewards Visa. The reason being is that the Cash Rewards plus Amex allows you to earn the most rewards without spending the most amount of money. And once you reach the maximum of each category, I would go for the Rewards Amex next, since it has a really good reward system with no maximum spend. Then last, I would get the Preferred Cash Rewards, since it does offer 1.5% on everything. So this trifecta is only if you want to have all of your cards with USAA. Alright guys, so today I went over all of the USAA credit cards, ranking them from best to worst, and I also gave you a strategy that you can use when applying for these credit cards. I'll see you guys in my next videos over here.